What are exchange-traded options? If you go to any finance site, or for that matter to Wikipedia, you will most likely come across something along those lines. In finance, an option is a contract which gives the buyer, which is the owner, the right but not the obligation to buy or sell an underlying asset or instrument at a specified strike price on or before a specified date. And that's probably as far as you get, because you will probably not understand. You get very frustrated, rightly so. Let me try and explain that in different words. Say this is you, and you're in some fancy touristy place. You may have been on a holiday or on a conference. The sun is out, one afternoon you go for a walk and you come across this street vendor. And amongst all the things that he sells, he also sells umbrellas. You notice that the umbrellas go for $5 a pop. A little bit later, you come back. And the one thing that has changed is the sun isn't really out anymore. As a matter of fact, it looks like it's gonna be raining a little bit. And you notice one more thing. The umbrellas now go for $7. So you start thinking, from $5 to $7, that's a 40% increase. If you go and buy 1,000 umbrellas from the guy, you would have to spend $5,000. If you're lucky and it starts raining, you can sell them for $7 and you make $7,000 in sales. So the $7,000 in sales minus the $5,000 that you spent on the umbrellas is a profit of $2,000 or 40%. So $5,000 spent, 40% profit. There's, of course, a bit of a drawback to that strategy, because what happens if it doesn't start raining and you sit on 1,000 umbrellas? I guess something like that is pretty much the only option you have then. Hence, you walk up to this guy and say, hey, listen, I have a proposal for you. I want this deal to be valid for 30 days. And in these 30 days, I want to be able to buy 1,000 umbrellas from you for a guaranteed price of $5 each. So just to be clear, no matter what happens, if rain or sunshine, when I come, you must sell those umbrellas to me for $5 each. This guy is going to look at you and say, why would I do that? And you say, here is why, because I pay you 50 cents per umbrella or $500 right now. And you can keep that money whether I buy these umbrellas off you or not. This guy starts thinking, I do sell umbrellas after all. I buy them for $3, sell them for $5, that's a decent profit. If I'm lucky and it starts raining, I sell them for $7, that's even a better profit. So in the future there would be two possible scenarios here. Either this guy calls me and buys 1,000 umbrellas, I get my $5,000, but I also get to keep those $500 that he paid me for his deal. The second scenario is that he would go and not buy the umbrellas, so he never actually calls me, which is fine too, because I get to keep those $500 that he gave me for his deal and I don't have to do anything. He thinks this is not too bad. He may miss out on some of those real big profits, but overall, this sounds like a good enough deal, so why not? Goes back to you and says, okay, here we have a deal. Let's recap. You obtain the right to buy for a specified price, so for those $5, in a specified time period. For 1 month, that deal is valid. You have no obligation to go and buy those umbrellas at all. But to obtain that right, you must pay a price. The street vendor, on the other hand, he gets to keep the money that you pay him either way. But he has the obligation to sell those umbrellas to you whenever you want them. It could be at any time in the next 30 days, you can go there and say, sell me those 1,000 umbrellas, and it has to be 1,000. It can't be just 5 or 100 or 500. The deal is all or none, 1,000 umbrellas. And that's exactly what an option is. Let's have a look at that definition one more time. So what is an option? In finance, an option is a contract. So you just struck the deal with this guy, which gives the buyer, the owner, in this case you, the right but not the obligation to buy or sell an underlying asset or instrument. You have the right to buy the underlying asset, the umbrellas. At a specified strike price, you have the right to buy those for $5 each, on or before a specified date. You struck the deal that it was 30 days. Now, by now you should understand this definition much better.